Hey everybody, and welcome to another lesson with Mr. Levine. Today we are going to make a jumping game. Yeah, that's right, a jumping game. It's going to be fun. So let's get started. So let's go into Scratch Junior, and once we go into Scratch Junior, we're going to go to press the house so that you can have all your projects come up. And we're going to start a new project. Here we go. And once we get into our new project, we are going to get rid of the default sprite that's there. Now you may have a cat, I have this blue guy, and that's okay. So I'm just going to get rid of him by taking my finger, holding it down on the blue guy, and when he starts moving, press that red X. There you go. So now that we have our clear canvas, let's create a background. So it can be any background you want. I'm gonna go with, I think I'll go with this farm one for the jumping game. I think it'll be pretty good. Okay, so now I have my background, but I want to add a little bit to it. So I'm gonna go back to the background. I'm gonna click on it, and I'm gonna go to the editor and click on the editor or the paintbrush. And here, I'm going to kind of just make like some ground right here. And I'm going to start with green. And I'm just going to come across like this. Fill that in. And then I may put a little brown on top too to make it look like some dirt. Oop. Let's fix that. Put some brown on top to make it look like some dirt. Maybe a little bit smaller than that. Let's go like right there. Fill that in. Perfect. And I'll just maybe move that down a little bit more. Like so. Now we have that kind of green dirt at the bottom right there. Perfect. And there's my background. All right. So now I'm gonna start making the jumper part of the game. So you can create your own character, but I'm gonna pick one that we have already. So I'm gonna press a plus sign, and I'm going to look for, what's a good jumping character? Oh, I know, how about the frog? I know there's a frog here somewhere. Let's find it. Where is that frog? There it is. Alright, I'm going to click on the frog because I'm going to want the frog to jump. Now it's a little big, so I'm going to kind of make them a little bit smaller. I'm going to press my purple buttons here. And then I'm going to go over to the shrink button right here. Just going to hit it once. Alright, and I think that's pretty good right there. And I'm going to put that away. Perfect. Now add the ball that's going to roll to him. So let's look for a ball. I wonder where is the ball? Oh, there it is. Let's click that. And let's bring this all the way over here. And the ball has to kind of be the same size, so let's shrink that too. So we're going to hit the purple buttons again. And we're going to hit the shrink just once. And there's our ball. Now we want this ball to kind of go this way, and then we want the frog to jump over it. So let's start coding that. Okay, so we're going to go to our starter buttons, which are the yellow ones. And I'm going to click take out when the start green flag is clicked, I want the ball to move this way to the left, and I want it to move forever. And then my frog's gonna jump over it, but we haven't started that yet. Let's see if it works. And there you go. It's working. But it's just kind of sliding. We want it to roll, right? Because that's what a ball does. Right? We want it to roll. So let's stop that. Okay. And we're gonna give it another line of code. We give it another line of code. We want it to roll to the left as it moves to the left. So let's press the yellow button, take it the green flag again, take out the blue motion button. And we're gonna want it to roll to the left. We want it to roll forever. And let's see if it does it. Oh yeah, look, now it looks like it's rolling, right? Check that out. It looks like it's rolling on the grass. I love it. Okay, let's stop it. Let's put it back to where it was. Now, let's get the frog moving. How do we get this frog moving? Well, we'll click on the frog because now we're going to code it. And we're going to tell that frog, when you get touched, you want to go to scene 2. Because on scene 2, what's going to happen is the game's going to end because you don't want the frog to get touched. But we don't have a scene 2, so we have to make a scene 2. So then let's go right over here and press scene 2. Get rid of that sprite, right? We don't need that default sprite. And we are now gonna click our ABCs right here, and we're gonna type in the end. And let's make it really big because the game ended. Then you can change the color around. I think I'm gonna go with I don't know, say red. And we're gonna just move that right to the middle. And then for our background right here, we could just press the window right at the top. And we could hit the paintbrush. And we'll just make like a plain, let's see, plain black background. Let's see what that looks like. Aha! I think that looks cool. The end. All right. So now we have our second scene. Okay. So we're going to say when the frog is touched, we want you to go to the second scene because that means you lost, right? So now let's see what happens. See if it works. There it goes. Oh, perfect. It did it. It went to the end. So let's see. Let's go back. Okay. Let's go back to our first scene. And let's put everything back here. Okay, so now it works. We know when this ball touches the frog, the game's over. We end. So now we need him to jump. How do we get him to jump? Well, let's do that. So we're going to go over to our code here, and we're going to press the yellow button. And now we can make the frog jump by either touching it or making like an arrow or something, but we're going to go with touching. Okay, so like every time I click on him, he's going to do something. So every time I click on him, he's going to jump. All right, and let's see if that works now. Let's press the green flag, and I'm going to click him. Oh, he didn't jump high enough. That's a problem. All right, so let's go back. Let's revert it. A good number to change, I think, is 6. Let's do 6. That'll give us a good jumper. All right. So let's see. Now let's try it. Okay, you ready? Oh, perfect. He did jump high enough, but he didn't jump forward. We need him to jump forward. So now let's try it again. Okay. So let's go back to the first one. Let's move. Let's go back to the first one, and let's revert this back to where it was. Okay, which was over here. And now I want him to move over when he jumps like a real frog. So I'm gonna get another starter, right? And that's when I touch the frog, I want it to move to the right as well, which is right here. And I want him to move about 3. Let's see. Let's see if that'll get him over the ball. Let's check it out. Okay, here we go. Here comes the ball. Oh, perfect. It worked. Now look, I'm going to do it again. Oh, perfect. It worked again. Oh, man, I messed up. My jumper game is almost set here. But if we notice, there's a new problem now. if I keep jumping, he's eventually going to get to the end of the screen. We kind of want him to go backwards. All right, so I'm probably going to have to give him some more code down here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to press my orange buttons right here, and I'm going to pull out this clock, and I want him to wait 4 seconds. Yeah, about 4 seconds. And after he jumps, and I want him to go back. So after he jumps over, I want him to go back 3. Okay, so let's see if that works and what that looks like. Okay, here comes the ball. I gotta jump over it, and then I go back 3. See, perfect. My jumper is working now, and I'm not running into the ball. Everything seems to be timed. Oh, I hit the corner of the ball there. Oh, let's go back. I'm gonna rebird everything back. Let's try it again. Here we go. Here it comes. Oh, perfect. I made it. Jumping over the ball. Oh, and there we go. And it's going back. So my jumper game's actually working pretty well. Oh, I hit the ball. The end. All right, so that's pretty good. Now there's a lot more other things we could add to this. We could add like a score counter and things like that. But right now, all I want you to do is make a character jump over a ball. That's what you're trying to do. Okay, it could be any character. It doesn't have to be a frog. But your objective was to make your character jump over for this lesson. He's got to be able to jump over an obstacle, like right here. Okay? Watch him. See? He jumps over the obstacle. That was your objective. If you've done that, then you made it.